Alright guys, I had to break this into two parts because I remembered that on the back of this tape I wrote my name on the back of this tape, and obviously here at Childhood DVD Fan, I do not want you guys to know my true identity, because Jeremy is the only one who does know that. So this will be breaking down into two parts. I apologize for that. Plus, I guess it's more convenient to break this down into two parts because I'm probably going to go another 15 minutes here. So, two 15-minute videos rather than one 30-minute video. But anyways, so going back to what I finished in part one, we have, and plus it'll upload faster that way if I break it into two videos. Going back to, finishing up in part one, I got this VHS recording of a bootleg of Drake and Josh with two episodes, Foam Finger and Lil's Sibling. And like I said in part one, if you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you would know that Foam Finger is my all-time favorite Drake and Josh episode, and season 3 is my favorite season of all time. So, very happy to own that bootleg. It's actually in pretty good quality. It's VHS, Next up here, we have Go Hollywood on DVD. Now, what's funny is whenever I want to watch Go Hollywood, or, the next one, I actually prefer to watch the bootlegs because the bootlegs are in better quality than the mainstream releases. But I got them, I got the mainstream releases, obviously, to, complete the collection, all that. Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you would know that this autograph right here is not Drake Bell's true autograph. This was me trying to forge the autograph, because you'll see later on why. And if you're new to the channel here, I met Drake Bell, and that's not his autograph. You'll see later what his true autograph was. That was me trying to do it to be cool, miserably. Wish I never did that. Anyways, and then the next one here, we have Merry Christmas, Drake and Josh, which this is actually a Nick recording. I don't remember if it was in widescreen or not. I don't think it was, but regardless, it's in better quality than the mainstream Amazon DVD. Yeah. Probably going to watch this at some point this month because we're in December now, so give that a little look. And then we have the bootleg complete series of Drake and Josh. Now, I got this 2019. Have all the DVDs here. This is a 12-disc set, but it ended up being pretty much a disappointment because the quality did not end up being what I thought it would be. Made this bootleg cover here because at the time, you couldn't print things to be this size or whatever, so I had to make, a little one, whatever. So we had the complete series there, season 4 picture, which ended up also being the same cover for the best seasons 3 and 4, which you'll see a little later on. All right, so that was the bootleg. Now let's get into the mainstream releases here. First up here, we have the Drake and Josh CD from the show. I got this for Jeremy, although his father found his not that long ago, so now he has 2 copies. Oh well, it is what it is. Would have been nice if he found it earlier on, but, it's still fine. I did it for him because I thought, he's a great kid and everything. So that's why I got it for him. And then here's the back. So really cool. The only Drake and Josh CD we ever got. If you want to hear the story, the infamous story with the CD, I'll put a link in the description below to the video I made a little while back about that. Next up here, I'm going to show you guys 2 compilation DVD sets here that have Drake and Josh on them. Although they're not exactly Drake and Josh releases, they have Drake and Josh on them. First up here, we have Teen Nick Picks 1. There was supposed to be a Teen Nick Picks 2, and, from there and whatever, and, there was Nick Picks for the cartoons, but there only ended up being one version, this version right here. You have Romeo Unfabulous, Ned's Declassified, Zoe 101, which used to be my favorite live-action show of all time until some things that the cast did, and Jamie Lynn specifically, that made me change my mind to number 2. And then my all-time favorite, Drake and Josh there. Opening it up, we have a little nice insert here and DVD here. And on the back of the DVD, what episode is on here is We're Married, Season 3, Episode 3 or 4, I'm going to say, or maybe 5. I can't remember. it's one of the it's not one of my favorite season 3 episodes. It really is not a great one. This might sound stupid. Obviously, if you guys have watched the channel for a while, you would know that that episode ended up being on the best of seasons 3 and 4 that Amazon released. But if I ever want to watch that episode, I'll probably watch it on this DVD, because this DVD is less expensive, obviously, because that best of seasons 3 and 4 is a lot of money. And, every hardware has a small failure rate, so rather take a chance on this than the other one. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first compilation thing here. And then the second compilation thing, which this is actually a very important piece if you're a Drake and Josh collector out there, is Nickelodeon's Kid Choice 2007 Winners Collection. The reason why is because the episode Who's Got Game on home mainstream non-bootleg release is only on this DVD only. It's not on the best seasons 3 and 4. It's nowhere else mainstream wise. You can only get it on this DVD. So if you're a Drake and Josh fan and collector out there of DVDs and whatever, this is one you definitely want to get, because if you want that episode, you can only get it with this DVD if you're looking at getting a mainstream release non-bootleg. Okay, next up here, getting into now the specific Drake and Josh home media releases we have, and this is the one I'm most excited about as far as showing off, because I pretty much showed off everything else in its entirety, but the fact that I have something complete here is fantastic as far as this. So, we have Suddenly Brothers on DVD and VHS, and if you guys saw earlier from the Amanda Show, the back of this VHS, for the DVD and VHS is identical to that over there. So yeah, let's take a look at the VHS here. I've seen copies of this being sold for like $50 on eBay. So not bad. I got mine for $45. Not bad. That's a better price. Go Hollywood's still crazy expensive. Now, be warned on this release, not only for the VHS here, but the DVD, but some of the music has been changed from the original in this release. The Diggin' song when Josh is learning the karate is not in this home media release. That did not come until the Amazon DVD, which I'll show you in a little bit. So, once again, I have the ink label version, which I have figured out for 100% certainty that this is the Canadian VHS release for Drake and Josh. This is not the American release. But that doesn't really matter to me, because pretty much everything on this VHS is the same exact thing that the American version is. There's only two differences with this version compared to the the sticker version that I had before, but that tape ended up being bad, so I had to re-buy this tape. So volume 1, like I said, there's only two differences. Obviously, the ink label that you see, and before the tape plays, before the episode pilot plays, I get a different screen for the preview. So that's the only two differences with the Canadian and the American version. But it doesn't really matter to me. It still works flawlessly. So that's all that matters at the end of the day. And then this one. This is the one that I'm very happy to open up. And voila. Take a look at that. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful that we have? And the only thing I will say is you can see that there's a little bit of an outline from the DVD part, but whatever. I don't care. As you can see here, we have the advertisements for Volume 1 and Volume 2 of The Amanda Show, which you see over there. I always like my things to be complete, and, it is complete. And then we have the DVD there. I showed you guys this in a 21-second video about a week ago or something like that, maybe a little over a week ago. But now I can show it off a little more in its entirety. So, yeah, isn't it just a beautiful thing when you can complete that stuff? It's just so beautiful, isn't it? All right, moving on to the last Drake and Josh VHS out there. We have Go Hollywood on DVD and VHS. This version of the two is definitely much harder. Now, the VHS does not have any episodes. It only has the movie. So as you can see here, ink label version, which there's no sticker version from what I've seen for Go Hollywood, just with Suddenly Brothers. And then you can see there the VHS, very good quality. This tape was in definitely good shape. Whoever had this before kept this in relatively good shape, because VHS is definitely deteriorate over time. Yeah, we have the VHS here. Definitely one of the more expensive things I had to pay for, but fantastic nonetheless. And then we have the DVD, which this is one of the better Drake and Josh releases of the series. You have 2 exclusive episodes that are only with the Go Hollywood DVD release. You can't get them on VHS, and that's Helen's Surgery and Mindy's Back. You can get those 2 episodes digitally. You can also get Who's Got Game digitally, but if you want them on DVD from a mainstream release and not digitally, this is the only way you could get it done. So yeah, we have a DVD insert here and the DVD itself with a little neck. You know, I got it like that with that stupid little neck. I wish that was gone. But yeah, we have the DVD here for Go Hollywood. Alrighty, we're almost getting to the end. Next up here, we have the original Amazon DVD from 2008. You can see a little discoloration, but whatever. This is the re-release DVD-R format. Hopefully I can find the original for a good price where it has, the original cover and the original disc with no scanner codes or the purple hue background or anything like that. Now, this DVD is very important for many reasons because you saw earlier with Suddenly Brothers, it had Pilot and Doom Buggy on that release over there. But on this DVD only, it has the original music in this. So it has Dig In and it has, the original music when Drake and Josh are sitting in the buggy for this DVD release. So this came out 3 years after that release over there, and that release only came out a year after the show premiered. So very, very weird. I made a video before of the weird home media releases for Drake and Josh. This series definitely has one of the weirdest releases, and we're not even talking the Amanda show here. We're talking specifically Drake and Josh here. One of the weirdest home media releases for his show I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, but what's the big key? What's the cherry? The cherry on top for this set here is #1 fan. That is not an episode that you can get digitally if you were to buy season 2 individually episodes or, the whole series. That is an episode that you can only get with this DVD. You can find it on secondhand websites, but they're not there forever. So this is a forever thing here. That's the cherry on top, season 2, episode 10. There's a bunch of season 2 episodes. There's 5 of them, I believe. Yeah, there's like 5. Actually, you can get the Gary Grill on YouTube, but that's the only way you can get the Gary Grill. But Guitar, Blues Brothers, Driver's License, and #1 Fan are episodes you can't get digitally. So really, there's 3 episodes of Drake and Josh that you only can get on secondhand websites like Mega and whatever, and that's Guitar, Blues Brothers, and Driver's License, and those are not guaranteed for life. So you got disc 2, disc 3, and disc 1. The color temperature is a lot better on these discs, but this cover, they look very white. I've always hated that. Next up here, I have an original here, and this is one of my favorites here. We have the Best of Seasons 3 and 4 DVD. The harder of the two, which is kind of weird because you can get every episode of Seasons 3 and 4 digitally. I've talked before about the piss poor editing in Alien Invasion, and it has my favorite episode on here, Foam Finger, which is fantastic. I've talked before that I would change some of these episodes around for the not only Best of Seasons 3 and 4, but the Seasons 1 and 2. So we have Disc 1 here, Disc 2, and Disc 3. I'll show you guys something pretty cool about these DVDs, specifically the Best of Seasons 3 and 4 here, if I can get it out here. So as you can see, this is the original. It has no scanner code on it, and it has the clear disc in the back. Now, it has fingerprints on here because I bought it like this. But as you can see, we have the Best of Drake and Josh seasons 3 and 4, disc 3. So it's embedded into the laser itself, which I've always thought was a really cool feature. Very, very, very cool feature. So, yeah, I'll get that straight later. Because obviously, you know, it'll take a while to put these DVDs back from my OCD like crazy. Like, disc 2 is starting to turn to the right here a little bit. You got Drake here on disc 2. More of a matte type finish with these, you know, regular releases, not the re-release. They have more of a matte type finish than the plasticky type feeling that those re-releases have. So yeah, we're almost at the end here, folks. Next up here, we have a double feature now. As you saw, I had the originals, but you know, cool DVD cover, whatever. It's part of the collection. Mainstream release here, double feature of Suddenly Brothers and Go Hollywood on DVD here. So you have a picture of Drake there, Drake and Josh. So like I said, I already have these releases. You've seen them earlier in the video for, I believe, this part, if not in part 1, because I don't even remember. Made an insert for this, you know, and so, you know, I just got this, you know, this is a mainstream release, and so, cool, it's like $5, so why not? And then the final Drake and Josh production we have here is Merry Christmas, Drake and Josh. Now, like I said earlier on, I believe in part 1, but if not this part, this DVD here, it's in better quality with the bootleg that I have than this. With this version, it's like a very cropped, like, small version, and you gotta, like, blow it up to see it on the screen better. And there's no scene selection on this, and I lie about the Jingle Bells part, you know, on this DVD, but whatever, you know, it is what it is. You can still get it. It will have the scanner codes, and it's definitely different than this one. These ones are definitely out of production. This look here is definitely out of production. So you got Drake and Josh there. The final release, they filmed this movie 2 years after they had already finished season 4 up, because Dan Schneider invited everyone back, and all the gang, you know, Drake, Josh, Miranda, Jonathan, Nancy, and then all these side characters like, you know, Allison, who played Mindy, Scott, who played Eric, Alec, who played Craig, Yvette, who played Helen, and a few others came back. So this is definitely one of the better ones here. And then the final one we have here is the Australian re-release for the Best of Seasons 1 and 2. Now, if you saw earlier on, I told you that there was a forged Drake Bell signature that I tried to do. This, on the other hand, is his real signature when I met him. Now, keep in mind that when I got this DVD signed, I had none of these right here. I had none of these releases, and I should have planned out better in time. And, you know, I tried so hard to find a DVD like one of these other ones here for Drake to sign, because I wanted him to sign a different DVD, but the delivery dates were past the concert date. So the only DVD that I could get of Drake and Josh at the time that was guaranteed to show up at my house before the concert date was this one. I got 2 versions. I had this one and another one stored away in plastic, because that's what I do. So I would have got this DVD regardless, but, you know, I had to settle for this one because I didn't do good planning. I'm still happy he signed this, but if we could ever get to a world where there's no COVID, or, you know, we can have concerts again or whatever, I will definitely have him sign the Best of Seasons 3 and 4 DVD that I have, and possibly also the Best of Seasons 1 and 2 if I could ever find the original, because I do not want him to sign that piss poor Best of Seasons 1 and 2 that I have cover, although I would love for him to sign the Best of Seasons 3 and 4, and possibly Merry Christmas or one of those other ones as well. Maybe a VHS, I don't know, but at least the Best of Seasons 3 and 4. If I ever get to go to a Drake Bell concert again. So, we have that. And not only that, but I had Drake sign the DVD that he was on as well. You have disc 1 and disc 2 here. Now, this is the re-release version. This is definitely the lesser of the two. Not as good a quality on this, and they took away Pilot, Doom Buggy, and Number One Fan for this release here. So that is pretty much it. It's been a long 2 parts. This has been Childhood DVD Fan. So long, everyone.